So not everybody in the Big 12 had a very good week. What a disaster in this league. Overall, take out West Virginia, take out BYU. What a disaster in the Big 12. Texas leading Wyoming 10-7 at halftime, tied 10-10 going into the fourth quarter. Embarrassing. Kansas State feels like they're in control down the stretch, right? They've got a real good shot there at the very end, up by 7 points late in the game. Going into the fourth quarter, they're going to beat Missouri. They've got a handle on things. The Kansas State at least making it close, but they're going to win. 61-yard field goal. Missouri wins. Baylor up 16-7 at halftime, struggling with Long Island. 44-point favorites, 30-7 final. Embarrassing. Oklahoma, I'll give you guys a pass. 66-17 over Tulsa. That was good. Really good. Nicely done. It's Tulsa. Iowa State. Final score, very Iowa fashion, 0-0 at halftime. Final score of 10-7. Was the field goal good? Was it not good? I don't know. But you're playing Ohio. Just win the game. 10-7 final. Iowa State loses to Ohio. And now there are hot seat conversations happening in Ames because you lost to Ohio and put up 7 points. You can't do that. UCF got it done against Villanova, 48-14. This was not a close game. 41-0. Not a close game. UCF took care of business. 34-0 at halftime. It's similar to Oklahoma. You get, obviously, not just a free pass, but a pat on the back. You did what you're supposed to do. Cincinnati. You went on the road and beat Pittsburgh. And everybody thought, I thought especially, all right, Cincinnati's legit. Emory Jones could be a dude at quarterback. So this week, one of my locks of the week was Cincinnati minus 14 or 13.5 by the hook against Miami of Ohio. Final score, Miami of Ohio 31. Cincinnati 24 in overtime. Not only an embarrassment, but a devastating loss for this conference. Miami of Ohio from the MAC playing against Cincinnati, who had gone to the college football playoff not too long ago, and winning. The MAC beating the Big 12. Welcome to our league, Cincinnati. Thanks for representing us by going and beating Pittsburgh on the road and then losing at home to Miami of Ohio. Oklahoma State. Just what do you think? Things could not get worse in this league. Oklahoma State, 33 points allowed, 7 points scored. 23-0 against South Alabama at home going into halftime. Final score, South Alabama 33, Oklahoma State 7. That feels like a joke. Mike Gundy has not been able to figure out the quarterback situation. Quite frankly, he has not been able to figure out the offense, period. That team got a win against Arizona State on the road, a Power 5 team on the road, and then just lost by 26 points to South Alabama at home. Not just embarrassing, completely humiliating for this conference. Then, some teams that took care of business. BYU over Arkansas, huge win. Texas Tech over Tarleton State, 41-3. That's a win. You're in the win column. West Virginia over Pittsburgh, huge. Big 12 asserting its dominance over the ACC. TCU getting it done against Houston. I think that's a win that I love to tout that for TCU because that 7.5 point spread was honestly a little disrespectful to the Horned Frogs. 36-13 is where this game probably should have ended up. They got the win. I'm not mad at Houston. You're playing a team that played for a national championship, the literal national championship last season in TCU. 36-13 is fine. This is a normal game and a normal score. Then Kansas who's supposed to have the world-beating offense. This Kansas team is better than we're all giving them credit for. 10-10 against Nevada at halftime. 31-24. Squeak it out to beat Nevada and drop the Wolfpack to 0-3. Maybe the worst team in Division I, FBS, and Kansas struggles against Nevada. It's going to be a long week. At this point, let's be honest with ourselves, it's going to be a long season. Oklahoma State just lost to South Alabama. Cincinnati lost to Miami of Ohio. Iowa State lost to Ohio. All of this in the exact same week. Kansas struggled with Nevada. Baylor struggled with Long Island. I don't know what to do here. I don't. What happened? I mean, since I started hosting Locked On Big 12, it feels like the depth of this conference has taken a massive hit. Was it me? Did I do this? It is baffling how terrible the bottom half, and not even the bottom half. The bottom half, but that 7 teams, even Texas struggling with Wyoming at home after beating what seems to be a fraudulent Alabama team. I don't know what to do. The rest of this week is going to be a very long week and trying to break down what happened, why it happened, and how you all let it get to this point. On Locked On Big 12, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. It is your team, and it is every day.